Hello and welcome to my first studio podcast, Data Quality Matters, the podcast where we talk about all things related to data quality management and best practices. I'm your host, Abung Joe, and today we're going to discuss a topic that is very relevant and important for any organization that deals with large volumes of dynamic and complex data that require timely and accurate insights and actions. That topic is real-time data validation. Real-time data validation is the process of verifying and ensuring the quality of data as soon as it is generated or received from a source. It involves checking the data against predefined rules and expectations that define what constitutes good quality data for a given purpose or use case. Real-time data validation can help you reduce the risk of errors, biases, and false conclusions that may arise from poor data quality. It can also help you improve the efficiency and productivity of data analysis by eliminating unnecessary or redundant data. It can also help you enhance the scalability and performance of data processing and storage systems by optimizing the data structure and format. It can also help you ensure compliance with data protection laws and regulations by removing sensitive or personal data that is no longer needed or authorized. And finally, it can help you increase the trust and confidence of data consumers and stakeholders by providing accurate and consistent data. In this episode, we will cover what real-time data validation is, why it is important, how to implement it in your organization, and what are some best practices for real-time data validation. But before we dive into the details, let me ask you a question. Do you know how to implement real-time data validation in your organization? If you do, great. If you don't worry, because we're going to explain it step by step in this episode. So, let's get started. What is real-time data validation? As I mentioned earlier, real-time data validation is the process of verifying and ensuring the quality of data as soon as it is generated or received from a source. It involves checking the data against predefined rules and expectations that define what constitutes good quality data for a given purpose or use case. Real-time data validation can be performed at different levels of granularity, such as record level, field level, or attribute level. It can also be performed at different stages of the data lifecycle, such as ingestion, transformation, storage, or consumption. Real-time data validation can be implemented using various tools and techniques, such as APIs, SQL queries, scripts, or third-party services. These tools and techniques can help you perform various types of data quality checks, such as data cleansing, removing or correcting erroneous or inconsistent data, such as typos, spelling mistakes, incorrect formats, or mismatched units. Data standardization, converting or transforming data into a common format, definition, or meaning across different sources and systems. Data matching, identifying and linking records that refer to the same entity or event across different datasets. Data enrichment, adding or enhancing data with additional information or attributes from external sources or systems. Data monitoring, measuring and tracking the quality of data over time using metrics and indicators. Why is real-time data validation important? Real-time data validation is important for various reasons, such as it reduces the risk of errors, biases, and false conclusions that may arise from poor data quality. It improves the efficiency and productivity of data analysis by eliminating unnecessary or redundant data. It enhances the scalability and performance of data processing and storage systems by optimizing the data structure and format. It ensures compliance with data protection laws and regulations by removing sensitive or personal data that is no longer needed or authorized. It increases the trust and confidence of data consumers and stakeholders by providing accurate and consistent data. Real-time data validation is especially important for organizations that deal with large volumes of dynamic and complex data that require timely and accurate insights and actions. Some examples of such organizations are financial institutions that need to prevent fraudulent transactions by verifying the identity and authenticity of their customers and their payment methods. E-commerce websites that need to improve customer satisfaction and loyalty by ensuring the accuracy and completeness of their customer data. Data warehouses that need to maintain and enhance the quality and reliability of their data assets by detecting and resolving data quality issues as soon as they arise. Streaming platforms that need to support real-time analytics by ensuring the consistency and validity of their data used for generating insights and actions. Wildlife conservation programs that need to enable event-driven applications that respond to changes in the data environment by triggering appropriate actions or workflows. How to implement real-time data validation in your organization. To implement real-time data validation in your organization, you need to follow these steps. Identify the data sources and systems that require real-time validation. These could be databases, data warehouses, data lakes, or streaming platforms that receive data from various sources and systems. Define the data quality expectations and rules for each data source and system. These could be based on the data type, format, domain, range, completeness, accuracy, consistency, timeliness, or any other criteria that are relevant for your data quality goals. Choose a tool or service that supports real-time data validation. You can use a cloud service like Archion or download an open-source tool such as Google Data Validation Tool, DataTest, Calendar, or Voluptuous, which are all Python packages. Integrate the tool or service with your data sources and systems. You need to configure the tool or service to connect to your data sources and systems and run the data quality checks on every incoming data stream before it is stored in the database. Monitor and troubleshoot the data quality issues. You need to set up alerts and notifications for any data quality violations that occur and use the tool or service to explore and resolve the data quality issues. What are some best practices for real-time data validation? Some best practices for real-time data validation are: understanding the types and sources of real-time data that your business needs and how to use them for decision-making. Maintaining high data quality by performing regular data cleansing, validation, and consistency checks. Implementing real-time data streaming technologies that can process large volumes of data quickly and efficiently. Utilizing real-time analytics tools that can collect, organize, analyze, and present data in real time. Creating a culture where everyone values data quality and has a stake in improving data processes, including automation. Ensuring your data structure is stable and compatible with your data validation methods before automating them. Introducing a feedback loop that allows you to monitor and measure the results of your data validation and make adjustments as needed. Inventorying upstream data sources and ensuring they are accessible and reliable. Performing data staging and pushing to data mart using parallel processing to reduce refresh time. Validating data staging and mart using predefined rules and thresholds. Publishing data for end users using appropriate formats and platforms. Tracking tabular or multidimensional model performance using metrics such as execution time and number of records processed. Verifying BI reporting using visualizations and dashboards. Conclusion. That's all for today's episode of Data Quality Matters. I hope you learned something new and useful about real-time data validation. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to leave a comment on our website or send us an email wanster@gmail.com. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for more episodes on data quality management and best practices. Bye for now. Abong Joe signing off.